Morning. We have officially been done planting for a little over a week now, week and a half, something like that. And I have, for the most part, gotten most of the things power washed, put away. Planters have been winterized, power washed, put away for the season. Same thing with the seed tender. The equipment has been, like the disc, the field cultivator, the packer, has also been washed and put away and parked for the season. The tractors have not been washed yet. But I have an issue with the planting tractor that I have to address sooner than later. And I'll show you what's going on. My issue I'm having with the tractor is this U-joint right here is bad. There's a lot of wobbling and shaking going on with that drive shaft. So I have to tear basically I have to tear this apart to get to it. Both front tires have to come off. This wheel weight's got to come off. Everything has to come apart, and according to the schematic, on the inside of the hub there's a snap ring. I got to pull the snap ring off in order to get that drive shaft out to replace those 3 U-joints. One U-joint is bad, but while I have it apart, there's 3 U-joints in that drive shaft. I'm just going to replace all 3 of them so I don't have to tear it apart next year. I have never torn that front end apart. I know there's a lot of planetary gears inside that hub. So there's going to be a bit of a learning curve for me. It's also that time of the year that I need to spray the corn. The problem is it's windy, and I can't spray in the wind, and the wind is blowing at like 10 to 20 miles an hour, and it's supposed to blow like that for another week or so. So that's another issue I'm dealing with. I just made a phone call to the John Deere dealer, and I was trying to talk to one of the service techs, but he's busy right now, so I left him a voicemail, and hopefully he'll call me back. I was going to ask him what they charge to actually tear that apart and fix them and put it back together, because if it's not too expensive, it's worth it to have them do it, in my mind. I know I'll save money by doing it myself, but I have a lot going on right now, and I honestly don't want to take the time to tear it apart. But if it'll save me a substantial amount of money, then I will do it. I don't have a problem doing it. It's just it needs to be done sooner than later, because I'm going to need that tractor on the grain cart for fall. And we also have some work that's going to be happening in the barn here, so there's going to be like a fine line of when I can do it. The work we're going to have done is we're going to extend this concrete pad out another 20 feet. So we have a cement pad to do power washing and stuff on, rather than out in the dirt and the mud. And we're also extending the shop portion of the barn out another set of trusses right here. So we have basically right there, that line is where the shop starts now. Some of the bigger delivery trucks, they push on the tarp wall. So we want to come out another set of trusses, and because this is dirt, we're going to have them pour concrete here as well. But I'm doing the excavating for that, and this is so hard packed, it's going to be a pain in the butt to dig that up. But I gotta do the excavating out there, I gotta do the excavating in here, And before I do that, the combine is going to have to get moved over there, I think. The semis have to come out, and we want to do all that. We want to do spraying before we do that, because I got to be in and out of here with the barn, and we're going to do it in 2 separate sections. We'll do this out here. That way, if I have a delivery truck that needs work, it can come in the side door on the other side of the combine over there into here and then back out. And then once that concrete cures, they're going to pour this concrete over here. So yeah, it's a cluster, but it's something that we need done, but we got to work around it for our schedule and their schedule, and it's, you guys get it. Listen to this. I backed the tractor in. I have it jacked up because this tractor has a suspension on it. It settles after a few days. So I jacked it up. I have this set of tires off the ground right now, and I'm going to let it settle to make sure the jack's going to hold it properly before I take the tires off. But while I was under there, I was kind of looking around, and some rust and a hole caught my eye, and it was this toolbox. Most John Deere tractors have a toolbox on them, and I don't keep good tools in there. We kind of keep crappy tools just in case of emergency type of thing. As you can see, they get dusty, they get dirty, they get rusty. But as I was looking, I was like, holy crap, that's a toolbox. So I pulled it off of there. That's the hole I found. So I have no idea how many wrenches I've lost out of that toolbox in a field or on the road or whatever. And I just so happen to have two of those boxes up on the loft, so I grabbed one and put it on here. But yeah, garbage. Who knows how many tools we lost out of that toolbox, because, well, we don't keep an accurate track of what tools are in there. So yeah, got that going for us. That's one issue fixed with the tractor. I'm still waiting for a phone call back before I start tearing into this thing. I'll show you guys the issue. So that one shaft has 3 U-joints on it, which goes into the main hub here, which that's a weight. This tire would have to come off, this extension would have to come off, this weight would have to come off, then this tire comes off, and then you are down to the hub. And if I'm reading the schematic right, that shaft goes inside the hub, and there's planetary gears in there. And there's a snap ring on that shaft to prevent it from coming out. And I think I have to pull the hub, the planetary gears, that snap ring off, and then I can pull the shaft out to replace the U-joints and then put it all back together. That hub is an oil bath, so the hub would have to get drained and then new oil put in, as well as probably new seals. So that's why I'm kind of waiting for John Deere to see what they have to say about it before I tear into it myself and then end up calling John Deere. John Deere just called me back. And the price they gave me to do this, I think I might just have them do it. He said that they don't replace the U-joints, they just replace the whole shaft. And they recommend doing that, but there's 2 or 3 seals in there that they'll replace, and he said it would be about 3 to 4 hours for them to do it, and they can do it right here in my shop rather than the tractor going to them. And it's cheaper than I figured it would be. So I think I'm going to have them do it. They said that it'll take them, they won't be able to get to it for a week or so, but that's fine. I don't need that until end of August. Well, actually end of September, beginning of October. So I think I might have them do it. I had the camera out, my truck sitting on the dash and the windows up, and with the sun beating down, it was scorching hot and the camera wouldn't even turn on, so I threw it in the freezer for a little bit, for like, I don't know, 5-10 minutes, and it turned on and started recording, so we're good there. But at any rate, I'm gonna end the video here. It was just a short little video to give you guys an update of my issues on the farm. I'm gonna go home and work on the bike build. I have been working on it a couple hours each night throughout this past week, trying to get this build back on track to where I feel it should be at. And my goal is to get everything primed by this weekend. If I can get everything primed by this weekend, then next week I can work on paint, and then I feel I'll be back on track. But I'm still struggling with the fiberglass. Getting things smooth and the lines like I want them, I'm having a huge issue with that. But it takes patience, and I'm running low on patience right now. But I can't rush it. I just need to take my time and do it. So, all right guys, I'm gonna end the video here. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you in the next one.